Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial, I will teach you how to answer the difficult interview question, tell me about yourself, for students, fresh graduates, and those people who have little or no work experience. Now, the tell me about yourself interview question is very difficult to respond to, but it will be the first question you must answer. Therefore, you need to give a positive and powerful answer. Now, to help you pass your interview, this is what I will cover during this tutorial. Number one, I will tell you what to include in your answer to the tell me about yourself interview question if you are a student, a fresh graduate, or someone who has no previous work experience. Number two, I will then give you a top scoring example scripted answer to the question, tell me about yourself, to help you be successful. And then finally, number three, I will give you several additional interview questions you really must prepare for. And I will also give you some great example answers. So lots of reasons to stay tuned. Now, just quickly, tell me in the comments section below the video which job role you are being interviewed for, and I will give you some specific tips to help you succeed. So make sure you tell me in the comments section below. And also, please just hit that like button. Please give the video a like, because that motivates me to create more content for you. And it also tells me that you find these tutorials and the example answers useful. Thank you very much for your support. So the tell me about yourself interview question is going to be the very first question you must answer. So it's really important that you give a confident and positive response. It's really important because if you have little or no work experience yet, it's really important to therefore grab the attention of the hiring manager with your answer. It is imperative you get your interview off to a flying start. First impressions are really important. So what you say and how you say it when responding to the interview question, tell me about yourself, could be the difference between a pass or a fail. So to begin with, what 4 things should you include in your answer to the interview question, tell me about yourself, if you are a student, a fresh graduate, or someone with little or no work experience? Well, let me tell you what those 4 things are. Make sure you take notes. Tell me about yourself. So first of all, make sure you thank the interviewer for having the opportunity to be interviewed for the position with their company. Now, this demonstrates really good manners. All employers and hiring managers want to take people on who have good manners. The second thing to include in your answer is to make sure you tell the interviewer 3 words, 3 powerful words that best describe you. Now, in the next slide, I will give you a list of 12 great words to choose from when you are answering the interview question, tell me about yourself. So all you have to do is decide which 3 words from that list of 12 are most applicable to you. Now, the third thing to include in your answer to the tell me about yourself interview question is to make sure you tell the interviewer what your plans are for the future. And you should say that you want to build a long-term career with their company. Now, it takes a lot of time, effort, and money to recruit somebody for a position. So if the employer realizes that you genuinely want to build a long-term career with their company, they are more likely to take you on in the role. And then finally, number 4, tell the interviewer that you are a blank canvas, which is basically someone they can train up to be a high-performing member of their team. So if you are a student, a fresh graduate, or someone with no work experience, then you have no preconceived ideas about the workplace. So they can train you up to be the perfect employee. Oh, and by the way, another tip is to make sure you tell the interviewer that you are a fast learner, somebody who can absorb lots of job-specific information and apply it in the workplace. So let me now give you that list of 12 great words to use to describe yourself in an interview if you are a student, a fresh graduate, or someone with no work experience. I will then give you that brilliant scripted answer to the question, tell me about yourself. So let's have a look at these 12 great words, and then I want you to choose 3 of them, 3 that best describe you. Here's the first one. The first one is diligent. If you are diligent, You are conscientious in your work and you care about your work. You care about doing a great job. The second one is organized. So if you are organized, then you basically plan your work efficiently and effectively. The third word is disciplined. I love disciplined people. If you're disciplined, then you can be relied upon to do your work on time and to the required standard. The fourth word is industrious. This is one of my favorite words to use in a job interview. If you are industrious, you always work hard without being asked to do so. The fifth word is creative. Now, creative people tend to produce ideas to help the company grow and improve. The next word is frugal. This is another really good one. Most people don't know what frugal means, but if you are a frugal person, then you seek ways to help a company save money. So you are really good with resources and supplies. You take care of them, and you always look for ways to help streamline processes and try and save your employer money. The next one is self-starter. If you are a self-starter, you get things done, and you are the type of person who takes ownership of problems and challenges. The next great word to consider using is flexible. Now, if you are a flexible person, you are more likely to help the business out at short notice, and you are willing to work extra hours for pay. All employers want to take on people who are flexible and adaptable. The next word is detail orientated. If you are the type of person who has good attention to detail skills and you very rarely make mistakes, then tell the interviewer in your answer to the question, tell me about yourself, that you are detail orientated. The next one is passionate. Now, if you are passionate about your work, you are more likely to get more work done than the average person. The next one is trustworthy. Now, trust is one of the most sought after qualities by employers. And finally, the 12th word to consider using in your interview is results driven. Now, I am 100% a results driven person. If you are results driven, you are someone that always focuses on achieving results and completing your tasks and objectives as soon as possible. So there's 12 great words. Tell me in the comments section below the video which 3 words best describe you. So let me now give you a brilliant scripted answer to that difficult interview question. Tell me about yourself if you are a student, a fresh graduate, or someone who has little or no work experience. And I will then give you some more interview questions and example answers to help you pass your job interview. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be interviewed for this position with your company today. I would describe myself as an enthusiastic, results-driven and disciplined person who has ambitious plans for the future. I am the type of person who understands I must do a good job in my work to help your business succeed. Because if your business succeeds, I will always have employment. Now, because I am a frugal worker, I will always seek ways to help you save money whilst using my creative skills to help you grow. I am effectively a blank canvas with no preconceived ideas about the workplace, which means you can train me up to be a high-performing and trustworthy employee who continually adds value to your business. I am seeking long-term employment with your company, and if you take me on, I will do all I can to repay the trust you will have shown by hiring me. Wow, that is a brilliant example answer to that question. Tell me about yourself. Now, if you want to add to the response, you can talk about your academic qualifications and how these are suited to the role you have applied for and their company. So it's a really good example answer. Now, in a second, I will give you more great answers to difficult interview questions for students, freshers, and people with no work experience. But just very quickly, if you want to download my full set of 21 brilliant interview questions and answers for students and freshers, click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video. It will take you through to my website, passmyinterview.com, where you can download a copy of these slides and in total my 22 brilliant answers to difficult interview questions. These responses are perfect for people with no previous work experience. Okay, let's move on to those more interview questions, answers and tips. The first question that I recommend you prepare for is, why do you want to work for us? Tip number 1, make sure you research their company or organisation before you attend the interview. That's really important. Another tip is to make sure you look at their website About Us page, their history and their plans for the future. Tip number 2, tell the interviewer you want to build a long-term career there and learn from other like-minded professionals who will help you to reach your full potential. So here's a great example answer to assist you. Why do you want to work for us? Here we go. I want to work for you because, having researched your company in detail, you are innovative, forward-thinking, you support your employees, and you have ambitious plans. Now, I want to work in a positive environment where I can collaborate with other like-minded professionals who all have a common goal. Now, working for your company will allow me to reach my full potential whilst building a long-term career with a great organisation. So that's a really good example answer to that question, why do you want to work for us? Here's the next question. What's your biggest weakness? Now, this is one of the hardest interview questions to answer, especially if you are a student or a candidate with little or no work experience. It's really hard. My tip is to give a weakness that will do you no harm and that is not a match for the job description. It is also advisable that you tell the interviewer you are open to learning and improving, and you always respond well to constructive feedback and criticism. So here's a great example answer to assist you. What's your biggest weakness? My biggest weakness is the fact I always find it hard saying no to people. I tend to say yes to people whenever they ask me for help or assistance, when in fact I should first assess my schedule to make sure I do have the capacity to help them. However, I do want to learn and improve, and I will always respond well to constructive feedback and criticism in this role if you hire me. And you can see how these answers are really going to help you pass your job interview. Here's the next one. What are your strengths? Now, the best way to answer this common interview question is to basically align your strengths with those listed on the job description. Now, the 4 most sought after strengths by hiring managers and employers are communication skills, working with others, which is team working and collaboration, trustworthiness, a fast pace of working, and discipline. Here's a great example answer to help you. What are your strengths? Here we go. My strengths include the fact that I am very enthusiastic and keen to learn. My positivity, I believe, will rub off on other people in the team. I am also a very fast learner who can quickly absorb and apply lots of job-specific information. This means you won't have to spend lots of time training me up and then closely monitoring me. I am also a good communicator, both in writing and verbally. I will always be a positive role model for the company, and I will treat your customers and clients very well. Finally, perhaps my greatest strength is my discipline. During my studies, I always had a plan of action to make sure I put in sufficient work to achieve the grades I needed, and I will apply the same approach to my daily duties and tasks in this role with your company. Another cracking answer to a common interview question that I recommend you prepare for. So the next thing to do is make sure you click that link right now in the top right-hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download a copy of these slides, the full slide deck, and also my 22 interview questions and top scoring answers for students, freshers, and people with no work experience. Make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please also subscribe by subscribing to the CareerVids community. That means that you will be the first to be alerted as soon as I upload fresh content. I want to help you progress throughout your career, pass every job interview you ever attend, and also help you to negotiate a salary, which is hard when you have no work experience, but by subscribing to the channel, I can definitely help you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. Thank you so much for watching and for paying attention, and I wish you all the best for passing your interview. Have a fantastic day.